This is the story of the great god Ku and his coming to the island of Hawaii. The skies were filled with flashes of lightning, loud cracks and rumblings of thunder. The people knew that something unusual was happening, but when he walked into their village, they did not know that Ku was a god. Ku lived among his people as a planter. With powerful hands, he moved huge piles of soil effortlessly. One day, Ku strolled in the forest valley. He saw a woman collecting kukui nuts from a candle nut tree. She would soon burn the nuts and use their black oil to print patterns on her beaten kapa. She was so busy imagining her designs that she did not notice Ku. She sang a little mele, a song her tutu had taught her as a child. With graceful motions, she gathered the nuts, and her sweet voice rose and mingled with the leaves and fragrant flowers around her. Ku was enraptured. He stepped on a dried branch lying across the path to attract her attention. Startled, the young woman looked up. She recognized Ku and smiled. "Aloha, Ku." They talked of the beautiful day, the puffy white clouds in the sky, and the cooling breezes. As their mouths spoke, their eyes and hearts sang of love. Over time, their love for one another grew and grew. They had 2 children, a girl and a boy. A day came when the rain stopped falling. In spite of their hard work in the fields, the people watched the plants start to wither and die. Things would be better when the rainy season came, but they couldn't wait until then. The people would starve. Ku and his wife watched their children becoming weak and listless, but what could be done? As all the people looked up at the sky, Ku gazed down. He knew a way that he could help, but he was very sad about what would be lost. The family watched as Ku stood tall and erect, his feet planted firmly on the ground. Gradually, he began to sink down into the ground as though the earth were swallowing him up. Soon all that remained was the top of Ku's head, and his wife wet the soil around him with her tears. The family knelt there all through the long, sad night, watching and waiting. In the early morning light, they noticed a slight shifting of the soil where Ku was buried in the earth. A tiny green shoot suddenly sprouted from the spot where Ku's head had been. The family watched with wonder as the plant grew swiftly up and up, branching out as though reaching for every star. Ku's wife then heard her husband's voice, and she repeated his words out loud. "My body is the trunk of this tree, and my arms are the branches. My hands are the leaves, and my head is the fruit. The heart inside each fruit holds the memory of my words. Roast the fruit well, remove the skin, and then you and our children shall eat." The breadfruit trees flourished and soon spread across the land, and everyone had ulu to eat. And so this was the gift of Ku.